We didn't have very much, you know, but my father always taught us that if you work hard, you can have whatever you want. And growing up when I was a child, I lived in a neighborhood, and we had crime just like we do today. We had people that do things that's not popular towards our community. We had drug dealers, we had thieves, same thing we have today. But they were good people in our neighborhood, like Mr. Sasser James. I always bring his name up because I used to live down the street from him. And when he see the drug dealers coming down our road, he would run them off. He said, "You're not wanted here. You're not going to destroy our community." And that's what we need to do today. We need to come together and unify. We can complain about anything in the world. We always can complain. But we got to come up with solutions to our problems. And it starts with us. We can't depend on other people. We got to start in our own community. If every man of God would stand up, or every man that puts his trousers on one leg at a time, or every woman that's a mother would take a hold of their children and guide their child and lead their child to do the right thing. And the children they hang around with. Because I know when I grew up, if I did something wrong, my neighbor had the same authority my mother and dad had to tear my behind up if I was wrong. And we don't do that today. Laws have changed. Some mothers can't beat their own children. But I can tell you this. If you teach your child when they're very young and bring them up the right way, we wouldn't have all the issues that we do have. But it begins with us. Crime happen, we see it. We know who children selling drugs. We know who children who breaking in houses. But what do? We turn a deaf ear to it. And we don't do anything about it. And then we call the police. And the police come over and nobody wants to talk to them about what's going on. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. So as long as we stay silent, I don't think they can help us. We got to help ourselves. And it begins with every one of us. Every one of us in this room has a responsibility to our children, to our community, and to our city. We can blame things on the election, who gets in office. A lot of people that gets in office, we make all promises. We're going to fix the roads. We're going to lower the light bills. We're going to do this and we're going to do that. But it's a collective thing that we have to do to come together. I just want to be a voice for the community. I can't tell you I'm going to promise you that I'm going to change no roads, I'm going to fix none, I'm going to lower no light bills. But I can promise you one thing. I will never sit on Tight 9 and be idle and not telling those people what y'all are requiring for your community. I can be the voice for it. That's the only thing I can promise you. Because there's 5 people on that city council, including the mayor. And every one of us got one vote. One vote. And if I vote for something that you are asking me to vote for you, you got one vote. But what about the other votes? If I can't convince and bridge the gap with my fellow city councilman, the mayor, then we're never going to accomplish anything. But I can tell you this. We keep doing the same old. We keep electing the same people in office that's supposed to be having our best interest at hand. But are we getting any results? No. But what do? We go to the polls and we vote for them again.
All over.
Change will happen. But you have to want change. And if you want change, then you got to have a voice.
You got to fight for it.
Right. Because when we go on that city council and we vote, and it don't come out to what you're saying you want, then that's when it's time to come together and do your marches. Make your voice be heard. And if you keep on knocking and you keep on walking and you keep on talking, sooner or later somebody's going to listen. If you don't believe me, right now they can call court. Me and Mr. Wayne and Mr. Magpie walked last Sunday and knocked on every single door in Carver Court and talked to every resident in them homes. And 5 years ago, I was still on active duty. And I came home and a woman died in Carver Court because she didn't have no air conditioning in her barn. And I came and I went to the city council meeting and I kept throwing it in their face and throwing it in their face and throwing it in their face. Don't you know this year, 5 years later, they finally starting to get central air in the building?
Yes, they are.
So if you can make a voice, if you got a voice speaking for you, you can have change. But if you continue to keep doing the same old, you're going to get the same result.
All of it.
The same result. I can tell you, I'm not the smartest tool in the toolbox. I'm really not. But I do court mediation. I have a degree in management. I'm a certified counselor. So I know how to bridge gap between people. I know how to communicate with people. I might not always get my way. We might not always get what we want. But guess what? They ain't gonna get everything they want either.
There you go.
Because we got to be a voice.
Yes.
But if we don't be a voice and we continue to do the same old, nothing's gonna change. That's why I said change you can believe in. I'm not making any false promises. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to make a statement
Yes, ma'am.
that I learned when I was going through counseling school. Change is doing the same thing to get a different result.
Right.
And that's called insanity.
You can get insanity if you keep wanting to change.
But doing the same thing.
By doing the same thing. You're right. We have to do things different. Because I tell you, we make up about 67% of the population of this city. And we see change happening in certain areas. And trust me, it ain't all about one person doing something. If we all come together collectively, but we got to communicate with each other. We got to be on the same accord in order to get something done. We can't have all our leaders taking a back seat. They got to stand for something. If we don't stand for anything, we'll fall. We're going to fall. So what I'm trying to say to everybody in this room today, if you want change, it's up to us to get people to the polls. That's the first thing. This last election for the presidency, African Americans didn't get out and vote.
Exactly right.
But we want to complain. We want to complain. I got neighbors. You got neighbors. If you going to the voting poll, you need to be taking your neighbor with you.
Exactly right.
That's what we need to be doing. It ain't. I will not lie to you. I have printed over 8,000 copies of that photograph right there. 8,000. And God is my witness. I have passed out 5,000 of them myself. I have knocked on that many doors. And people said, well, I wonder who that guy was. You look old on your picture. You know? But just to see my face. Just to see my face. Well, what they want to see. And I have my bio on my website. I carry it everywhere I go. When I meet people, I say, look, don't vote for me because you know me.
Right.
Read about me.
There you go.
Understand what I already done and what I want to do. I have been pouring back into this city ever since I left here. I mean, you can go to the towers. The people tell you, I go there and feed you. I'm almost done. I help feed the people at the towers. I go down there every 3 months and give money to the shelter. Mm-hmm. I go to the community center where these children out here athletes, and I pour into them. Because they are our future. If we don't get those young children now and get them off the street, they're going to end up who knows where.
Cemetery and jail.
But I just ask y'all, let's think about what I said tonight. Just think about it. If you could touch one individual and get them to the polls to vote, and tell them why you want them to go to the polls and vote, then we can have change. But otherwise, it's going to be the same old thing.
Yes. What kind of advertising is going forth as far as letting people know the voting dates and also the early voting dates and what building they can go and vote to? Because when I went to get ready to early vote, for one thing, I didn't know where to early vote, and when I did not know where, and so when I did go, I found the place by process of elimination. I went there and I went there. So when I finally did go over to Marcella Drive, there was nobody there voting. I mean, I'm sure I probably went at a downtime. I hope that's why, And I did do a little infomercial on my page and on Facebook to invite people to come out to vote, and because it was frightening to me to know that people that looked like me was not down there voting. There was no one down there voting. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying like, okay. I mean, this is a shame. Is this how it's going to look? We're saying that we won't change, but like you said, we won't come out to vote. And to me, that's scary because just like she said, you're going to stay home, and then you're not going to vote, and then you're going to say you won't change, but you won't come out and vote. And so, that's madness. We need to continue to inform our people and people in general. We need to come out and vote. Right. Make it fair. I mean, at least make it be a tough race, not something we just give somebody something. Right. I mean, and I just can't understand the likes of me, how we cannot support our own. I'm sorry. Let me just hush.
Just need to, we have another candidate here, and what we would like to do, I think, is to structure this, allow our next speaker to come up and do his presentation, and then open it up maybe for questions and comments. Okay.